Being a military vet, how are you affected by PTSD? It fucks with everything. Everything you fucking do. Um, for instance, this idea that you're feeling someone's trying to kill you. I've been dealing with that since I got back from the desert in 2006. Every day. Like literally every day, just like sitting in constant fear and not even sure why. I understand that the body keeps score. So anytime, like the body doesn't know the difference between being excited and also when you're faced with danger. So a lot of times I'll be sitting somewhere and then that feeling comes across me. And I don't know what the fuck to do, honestly. Then to engage into relationships, right? And you know what I'm saying? Like when you're used to a certain type of personality that you get attracted to, and it's not for your best interest, something about it just seems so familiar that you keep staying with that shit. And I'm trying to learn how to navigate that and knowing what can be done with it. You know what I'm saying? So I have this ability to attract what's not good for me, not having strong enough boundaries. So a lot of times when something feels like it's too good to be true, it's almost like self-sabotage in a sense. Or no, all around. It's still self-sabotage, whether you stay in something too long and you just tolerate shit and you just let it keep happening to you, or you leave something too soon and you find yourself backing the fuck away because you try to protect yourself. You know what I mean? Like, it's just something that it's like when you get triggered. And when you get triggered, you're hypersensitive about shit. You don't know what the fuck to do. But PTSD, like, even at your job, you know what I'm saying? You feel like everybody's out to get you or something like that. Or everybody around you don't know who to trust. And when you've had untrustworthy people around you, it really fucks with your psyche. Because it's like, why didn't I see that the last time? Why didn't I see that the first time, I went through this thing? So I am at a point in my life where I'm trying to navigate between the two. Reading as much as I can, learning as much information, trying to establish healthy boundaries, something I never had when I was like younger. And shit ain't easy, y'all. I won't lie to you. I sit back and look at a lot of things, relationships, on not allowing myself to go but so far with a woman for the simple fact that I won't allow myself to go through that thing again. So it's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't, in a sense. And then just for life itself, I don't know what's real. That's another thing. Not knowing what is real from what is like disingenuous, if that makes sense to you. I sit with a lot. I stay in my head a lot. And it's bad. And it's like wanting to have that, that safety net in a sense that maybe you once had, like when you were a child, or you felt like it was. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe I never had a safety net. Maybe the whole time I thought what I thought was normal was just not good for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's no shot at nobody. Anybody I've ever been around in my life. It's just me being able to process a lot of things that happen. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I'm taking responsibility for my life, my actions, and how I carry myself, and wondering what I can do to better that, how I can treat people around me a lot better. Knowing that I was part of the problem, it wasn't everybody else's fault. Just looking back and being like, man, you could have done that better. You could have treated that person better. You could have valued them. You know what I'm saying? It's hurt people hurt people. So because I wasn't valued, I was taught to not value, and getting to a point where I want to have better relationships. You know what I'm saying? Let people know that I'm trying to be genuine, at least as much as possible. And it's rough. It's rough because there's a lot of practice that I had to tweak and to be better. But like I said, with the PTSD thing, it really fucks with the trust. So with trust comes this representative and this person that protects you, and you're going to only allow people to see but so much. And if you do open up to people, and then the slightest inclination that they're, untrustworthy, then you tend to shield the fuck up. You go back to being protective, and half the time it's all in your mind. But that's why you learn to create healthier boundaries. But PTSD, you find yourself sitting there in thought, and you just really feel like the walls are closing in. And a few times throughout my life, being back from the military, suicidal thoughts, feeling like no one loves me, and all these things, all these different things, and it's like it just passes through. It plays like a movie, and it just sits there. You sit there, and it's like, and you find yourself just being like everything else gets silent in a crowded room, and it's just you, and you don't even know what's going on. And the crazy part is that I wasn't even at a place where there was a whole bunch of, violence. But I think just the preparation for the military and what it does, that feeling of being over there, not being in your, your I would say your comfort zone or your normal surroundings, that it has this tremendous impact on your mind. So where I am right now is like trying to get back into therapy and figuring out what can be done, because I'm just tired of losing to my thoughts and a lot of things in life for fear. And it's kept me from doing a lot of things in my life. And I'm just trying to make that change, you know what I'm saying? So PTSD it ain't the easiest, but you gotta be in the fight. You gotta do what you gotta do to better yourself. So that's pretty much all I gotta share about that. How do I feel about people clowning Sha'Carri Richardson after being in last place? Honestly, man, we got better shit to talk about, for real. Like, why the fuck are we fucking with this girl that came in last on the fucking race? Like, honestly, what's the joke about this shit? I'm gonna talk to my community. I'm gonna talk to the black community real quick. Whenever we do some shit where we fuck up, we tear into our asses. In the worst way. You know what I'm saying? Just in the worst fucking way. And that's by design. I just want us to know that shit by design. We have got to uplift each other. Yeah, she came in last. Did it talk about that her mother died? You know what I'm saying? Prior to this stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was week, month, whatever. But imagine going through that. And I'm making no excuses for her going in last place. If you signed up to race, you should have fucking raced and gave it your all. But at the same time, man, it's you have no idea what these professional athletes are dealing with mentally. So when it goes into this preparation, I mean, you look at, what's the young girl? Fuck that damn girl name. Not Gabby Douglas, but the other, you know what I'm talking about. Simone Biles. You know what I'm saying? Taking a break for mental health. And, Naomi, tennis little thing, her mental health. Like, this shit is serious. Like, seriously, this shit is serious. It definitely voices that you can hear in your head telling you that you shouldn't be here anymore and all this shit. And we're playing around with shit. Don't get me wrong, memes are funny. I'm not gonna front. Memes can be funny, but damn, yo, we really do be tearing into our people like that when it comes to certain things. And I just feel like I think there's let me back up. Because also got to add this part. She was talking a little bit of shit. She was real cocky about stuff. So, yeah, cool. That's great. Be confident. You know what I'm saying? That's, it's being like confident, cocky. Yeah, you got humbled and shit like that. But people won't hesitate when you become cocky, arrogant, or whatever to shit on you. But y'all couldn't do what the fuck she did. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't go out there and race that shit. I mean, you probably go out there and race coming last, like she did. But at the same time, I think y'all know what I'm saying. Like, we tend to come at our people a little bit rough. You know what I mean? When we fuck up, it's almost like we're waiting for us to fuck up so that we can tear each other down. You know what I'm saying? And that's self-sabotage. You know what I'm saying? Within our community, we gotta cut that shit out. We gotta support each other. You know what I'm saying? I think we should support everybody, but we gotta worry about us right now. We need to support our, you know what I'm saying? Definitely support our entertainers, our athletes, and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Uplift them. It's very important. We need that energy. You know what I'm saying? Going forward with everything that we do. You know what I mean? Not supporting no bullshit, but just like we can do it. We need that. We really do need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come from very proud people, ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Kings and queens, all of that. And tearing each other down, I just feel like that ain't the way to move. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much like all I pretty much wanted to touch on with Sha'Carri Richardson. Obviously, work a little harder next time getting out there, you know what I'm saying, to get the gold medal first place and all that stuff. But life has a way of humbling you. However, she was dealing with a lot of shit mentally, and we got to stop tearing our people down. Real shit. I do, honestly. I feel like I will be in a committed relationship at some point in time in my life, but it all starts with me and doing the work, like getting all the help that I need mentally, because there's a lot going on. I'm fucked up, y'all. Honestly, I'm fucked up. Not even gonna sugarcoat with you. There's a lot of things. Everything looks good on the surface, but underneath, there is some shit. I'm sure people can relate to it. I'm not gonna sit here in front for you. Like, I deal with a lot. I deal with a lot mentally, and it's trying to hold it together. Like, the whole aspect of like being a man and, you know what I'm saying, not expressing yourself and not showing emotion and all that shit. You know what? Fuck all that. All right? Because I deal with shit. I'm human, just like anybody else. But trying to figure all this shit out, navigate a plan so that I can better myself every fucking day. Rid myself of the illness known as perfectionism. Well, obviously, it's rooted in, growing up in your childhood and stuff like that. The perfectionism shit, being the oldest, a lot riding on your shoulders, and wanting to become the fucking hero, and that's by choice. No one made me a fucking hero. You chose to be a hero. Ego's out of fucking control. But like, a committed relationship is, I would say, is definitely on my, it's on the list of things to do, because I would like a family. You know what I'm saying? I like to extend my family. My daughter would be one hell of an older sister, but You know, just being able to have a family and kind of do things in a healthier way than what I've been doing, and taking responsibility for my life and trying to be, just like I said, just be better, yo. Like, honestly, I've done some shit. I've done a lot of shit. A lot of shit I ain't proud of. A lot of things I am proud of too. but the but more importantly, man, it's really like sitting in your shit and realizing like the people around you and how you impact their lives. And a lot of times we are our directors in our movies. You know what I'm saying? We only see what we see. We don't see how everybody else sees you. And a lot of times that can save your life. A lot of times that can make you want to end your life too. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what's being said. But the thing is, what a person says shouldn't hold weight either way. It's all about how you feel about yourself. And that's the process I'm in right now. Figuring out exactly, you know, who I'm going to be in this life daily, and making the choice in that present moment. Like, this is what I do. You know what I mean? And learning about like not being connected to an identity of anything, but just trying to live in that present moment and doing better. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to be healthier about your relationships, about your boundaries that you have with people, how you treat people, how you allow people to treat you. These things, you know what I'm saying? And when you live in fear, like I have, or am, rather, when you live in fear, you're hypersensitive. Everything is like you're aware of a whole bunch, you know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of shit. So as far as relationships go, I won't even allow myself to get that close. You know what I mean? Yeah, sex, sure. Yeah, I mean, sex is comfortable. That's normal. You know what I'm saying? That's something that was always there, I'll say, since I was a teenager. You know what I mean? So that just seems normal. But to allow myself to be vulnerable enough to be in a relationship with a woman, trusting her to not, you know, take advantage of me the way I feel a lot of women have done in my past. Don't get me wrong, I did the very same thing. So like I said, hurt people. So it's like this toxic cycle of us just fucking around in different ways to each other. That is where I find myself like, okay, enough is enough. Take blame, take responsibility for your life, so accountability, and figure out what can be done. So, I mean, being in a committed relationship, I would love that. You know what I'm saying? At some point in time, I don't know when that could it be. Could it be a year from now? Could it be weeks? I don't know. It all depends on the effort I put into myself. I have to learn. Like I said, I get in the process of loving myself. Like, full disclosure with y'all, I'm in a process now where I've given up this, this addiction that I've had for 12 years, being addicted to porn, right? And it was an escape. It was an escape away from pain. And it's affected me in so many ways in all kinds of relationships. I feel like it's affected my relationship with my kid. I feel like it's affected my relationship with my family, friends, all of that. Being one-sided and seeing things only through my pain vision. But now being able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, yeah, you fucked up. Yeah, pain was done to you, but you fucked up. There's a lot of things you didn't step up for that you should have because you were living in fear. And relationships that have been passed, you know what I'm saying? Like, not being able to step up to that. It's like a part of me is just still that wounded inner child, you know what I'm saying? And not knowing what to do in that particular moment, and fight or flight. And most of the time it was flight, you know what I'm saying? I would flee. So to be now able to, having more emotional intelligence, being able to recognize these emotions, these feelings that you get, and then to be like, okay, that's not you. You're not your thoughts. You're not connected to that. You know what I'm saying? What you are is the light that shines through, as I borrow from my man Jim Carrey, what he talked about in his video. But I'm almost certain that I'm getting to a place where I'm recognizing things a lot more that is allowing me to build my relationships a little bit better. And that's what I was saying. Yeah. So ridding myself of this addiction and seeing things a little bit differently, and like my brain is like restoring itself. Neurons, I call it neuroplasticity, where your brain just kind of restructures itself to like healthier things, as long as you're implementing healthier say routines and things like that. But I am yeah, I'm in a state of transition, and I apologize to anybody I've hurt in the process, but I gotta take care. I gotta take care of me. I really do. I gotta get things in order and be better, and I will be for sure. And just growing up, maturing as much as possible. I mean, there's a lot of areas in my life I'm already very mature, but I'd say emotionally, it's something that takes work and trust and all of that shit. So, do I think I'll ever be in a committed relationship? Yeah, I'll be in a committed relationship. I'll have a great fucking family, and they'll succeed, and yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, sure. A committed relationship someday, with I say living a good life, and by that just being with the family. Doesn't matter what we're doing as long as we're with the family. That's what's really important. I mean, family is very. I feel like family has always been very important to me. I mean, there's parts of me, like again, parts of my troubled, like my painful past that has kept me from doing certain things. But I make no mistake that like I said, I try to be a superhero, trying to be there for everyone, and I forgot to be there for me. But say all that to say this, yeah, I can be in. I can see myself in a committed relationship someday. Just give me time.